Joining me now, Greg Miller, national security correspondent for The Washington Post, one of 3 reporters who wrote today's story, and Malcolm Nance, MSNBC terrorism analyst, author of The Plot to Hack America. Greg, let me start with you. I mean, the picture that's painted here is it's almost cinematic. Malcolm, your reaction to this story, I mean, the most striking thing to me is the incredible intelligence that opens the story, which is being able for the CIA to be able to say, we know, we are confident that Putin himself is directing it. I can't even conceive of how they could get to that level of certainty. Yeah, well, there's certainly in this story, there's very deep sourcing of what apparently U.S. intelligence had in their hands, which means that let me be frank, that information that they have in the Post report, that is in Putin's office information, what we call crown jewels intelligence. Either some allied intelligence agency decided it is so important that we get this information out, we're ready to burn our asset, or whoever the intelligence agent was that collected this, and we needed to get this into the hands of the United States, or the United States were revealing something that really shouldn't be revealed. But let me tell you, Vladimir Putin's not going to take this very well. I mean, he's going to start, killing his staff next week to start figuring out. You think people in his circle are at risk in the wake of this kind of thing? Well, I mean, what we clearly have, as of last July, August, we knew what was going on in Putin's office and that he directed it, and here was his list of objectives. And yet,
a legal argument that I saw a report of at the end of January, a writ of mandamus was filed before the Supreme Court to throw out the election. And the argument is using Article 4, Section 4, saying that this equates to an invasion. And I'm wondering what you think of that argument of a cyber territory being invaded is the same as land territory being invaded.
Yeah, that group wrote to me and asked me to sign on to that effort. And I think it's interesting, all right? But I didn't think, and I said this very clearly, I didn't think it had a snowball's chance in hell, all right? Because, the Founding Fathers, these are the times to go back and read books like The Debate of the Constitution. And, they are brilliant. Those guys were like the pinnacle of the Enlightenment. Everything they did holds up, right? And I can see them now. If you get George Mason and Thomas Jefferson, these guys, and you go, listen. In the future, copy. In the future, there's going to be this world that doesn't exist, right? And we're going to call it cyberspace. And you can see Franklin sitting there going, oh, you mean the ether? Yeah. Okay. It's a world of dreams that are connected through electricity. And they'd all be going, yeah, we copy that. No, that's not an invasion. You put troops on the ground, we can understand that, right? Invasion through cyberspace, come back in 240 years.
They were dealing with pen and quill in 1787. They didn't understand that there would be something like computers developed. They didn't understand that there could be massive misinformation or selective release of information such as there was through WikiLeaks during the 2016 election. So all these things happened. The framers couldn't have imagined that occurring, but they tried to anticipate it. The framers anticipated such things as greed and hunger for power.
So the question remains, was the 2016 United States election hacked? The answer is yes. We know this from the reports coming forward from the DNI and other intelligence groups. The next question is, how far did they go? Did they merely hack the registration systems and the voter rolls, or did they also make their way in to the tabulation process? An analogy here is when thieves are inside your house stealing your silverware, once they're inside committing the crime, if they see diamond rings on the kitchen table, they take those too. So the fact that the systems are all vulnerable to attack would lead one to conclude that in fact the hackers did not self-moderate, but rather affected the tabulation process as well. Thank you.